Let's check in with our friend Cliff Schecter, who joins us now. Good morning. You're not doing Unprecedented, so we're not playing Hail to the Chief backwards?
We need to find a new theme song for Cliff.
That's right, we do. Sadly, John and I mean, we just had, been 4 years, and we started it to Unprecedented, which happened. And
you did it. You mission accomplished.
It was all us, obviously. I mean, thanks everyone else for helping. But no, I mean, seriously, we had things we wanted to do. John's doing a lot with TikTok about Ukraine, because John has a lot of international affairs experience, and I've got a YouTube channel I'll talk about that I want to start, because I got my start doing these video debates with morons on the right on MSNBC and places like that, and I want to go back to to that. So
well, I think as Bob Cesca called you, you guys are alpha liberals like Eric Boehlert.
That's right.
We need more of you.
Need more. Absolutely.
And I do want to say quickly, you've covered it fully, but my little tribute to Eric Boehlert, who, again, he was one of those folks like John Aravosis and others in the early 2000s I met when we lived in Washington, and we were working, hard on. We were all just shocked at what was going on with Bush, and that the New York Times would just publish like, "Hey, we found some big aluminum tubes. Saddam's about to nuke us all," and we had to respond to that atmosphere. And I've known Eric, for nearly 20 years, and so. At least I have never done exactly what he does, but certainly if people read my tweets and see what I do, I rip into Dean Baquet, Baccarat, I don't know what his name is, all the time, and the failures of the mainstream media. And now I feel like, people like me and you guys, I'm going to step it up in the YouTube stuff I'm doing on Twitter, when I write for the Daily Beast and everything I do, to be that much more of a media critic, because we need someone to step in there, because he'll be missed.
Yeah. As I keep saying, we are all Eric now. In fact, Rachel Bidikofer, one of those warriors, and obviously as someone that's done campaign strategy a lot, she said Republicans Party's 2022 platform: tax hikes and treason. How do we drive that home? That's correct.
Yeah, and again, I've had these conversations on this show with you before. If we would just get our folks out there repeating this stuff constantly. Somebody brought up, but did you see when Brian Schatz got up and just ripped the living hell out of Josh Hawley?
Yeah, we just played it this morning. Fantastic.
It should be a lesson for Democrats. I mean, it was like amazing. Look what happened. It went viral. The news media was forced to respond to it. They were asking Republicans about it. Yep. When you push a message like that, and as you're saying, raising taxes and treason, that's a good message. If we were to push this all the time, and we just saw what happened with Donald Trump Jr., which you brought up, we just read about Jared Kushner's $2 billion investment, from the Saudis, who even themselves are like, God, this guy's a moron. Do we really want to put money in his fund? And I guess
but it clearly is for favors that already happen. Bonesaw murder.
So I mean, it's all right there. We just need to be repeating it every damn day. And like I'm going to, and I'm going to try to grab as many of us as I can and be like, we should be on these messages. Maybe the first 5 tweets of every day is reminding people who the Republican Party is.
Yeah. Well, you are a liberal helper. You tweeted, "I believe I have the perfect solution that will please everyone. Make Will Smith watch Chuck Todd's segments on Ketanji Brown Jackson in studio for 2 weeks straight. Nobody comes out of this unscathed." See? Problem solver.
Are we all winners?
A lot of problems. Put them.
I think we're all winners.
Yes.
Yeah, we all win.
Yeah.
Also, you tweeted, so Jane, whoever, tweeted, "Looking forward to a full day of events across Ohio today with former NYPD Commissioner Bernard Carrick." And you just said we're bragging about campaigning with convicted felons now, because of course we are. It's a Republican primary, which means it's just amorality wrapped in a performative hatred for the right people that wins. I mean, we've been talking about the Herschel Walker being a couple points ahead of Raphael Warnock. And wait a minute. Hold, please. Oh, here. Dr. Jack Brown tweeted, "Fact, Herschel Walker's ex-wife is on record saying he pointed a handgun at her head and said, 'I'm going to blow your effing brains out.'" That's one of several women that have, right?
Well, this is how we know. I mean, Eric Greitens is running in Missouri. And I mean, this is how we know how corrupt and despicable these guys are. Again, these used to be disqualifiers even in the Republican Party. I consider the Republican Party's policies mostly sucked 15 years ago.
Right.
But generally, if you had been accused of molesting somebody, or you had been accused of putting a gun to somebody's head, or any of these other things, like you didn't get nominated. Like they pushed you out and pushed you to the side. And now it's like, it's the opposite. It's not even like it just doesn't matter. It's almost like, wow, Herschel Walker's an alpha male. I mean, he put a gun to his wife's head. That's tough, man. They're so brainwashed and so corrupted. And in a Republican primary, like that might be enough to win.
Yeah. And he's a shyster, grifter, whatever you want to call it, in terms of Right, that I have a cure. He's trying to sell I have a cure. I mean, he's that guy. He's yeah,
Right.
Okay.
Doesn't live in Georgia or didn't live in Georgia. None of these guys do. Like the guy that Trump was talking up in North Carolina at his stupid rally the other night doesn't live in the district. It doesn't even live in the state, I don't think. Like, there's just no rules they feel need to follow. As long as you hate the right people, as I was saying there, as long as you say racist things and xenophobic things and anti-Semitic things and misogynistic things, then whoever can communicate that the best, they're like, that's my guy or gal. That's who I want.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where they are.
And I love this one. Someone tweeted, Russian President Vladimir Putin may use the Biden administration's support for Ukraine as a pretext to order a new campaign to interfere in American politics, U.S. intelligence officials have assessed. And you just said, like, oh, no, now we've pissed him off, so he'll do the exact same thing he's been doing since 2015. It's like when Moscow Mitch threatens if Democrats do X, he'll all go all nuclear partisanship in the Senate. It really is like now a warning. Oh, really? Vladimir Putin might interfere in one of our elections? Oh, that'd be bad.
Now we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they threaten you with the stuff they're already doing, I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, again, Putin keeps threatening us with that kind of stuff, and it's like, dude, that was an act of war what he did when he attacked our election. So we're already there. We've been there a while. We just refused to accept it, and we of course got stuck with a president who would bow before him at Helsinki and
by the way,
do whatever he asked him to do.
Yeah, exactly. Like Ukraine wouldn't be happening if we had all united when we were attacked as a country in 2016. But because it benefited one party and one candidate, they became pro-Russia, and here we are. Right.
Also, if we had united when he extorted Zelensky and tried to hurt Ukraine and help his buddy Putin, and only Mitt Romney of all Republicans was the only one who had the courage to stand up and say, yeah, that's worthy of conviction.
Yeah.
Everybody else was like, nah, no biggie.
I mean, and thank you for, by the way, a series of bolderding, sir. Good job. You just said, FYI, if you believe Republicans on child porn, GOP senators supported Trump after a 13-year-old girl credibly accused him of rape, and he admitted to wandering through beauty pageant changing rooms to see naked teenage girls. Republican senators supported Roy Moore, a guy whose boss move was calling up girls in 8th grade trying to ask them out on dates. Republican senators have never had a thing to say about the fact the longest GOP Speaker of the House ever, Denny Hastert, went to prison for molesting teenage boys. Republican senators currently have nothing to say about Matt Gaetz, credibly accused and likely soon to be indicted for trafficking teenage girls. Republican senators also have nothing to say about Representative Jim Jordan, who, according to numerous sources, knew his wrestlers were being fondled by a doc in the showers at Ohio State and chose to ignore it. So this is just in case for some crazy reason you actually believe anything Republicans have to say on this subject. Thank you. There stands Judge Ketanji Jackson Brown, a person of impeccable credentials and morals. Who they're accusing of being a child porn peddler, practically.
Yeah, she's easy on, she's not tough enough on people in child porn. And again, if they truly cared about any of that, it was a dishonest attack anyhow. Yeah. But even if it had been an honest attack, if they truly cared, it's right there. Say something about Denny Hastert. Say something about your guy, Donald Trump. How many women have now accused him of either sexual assault or harassment? It's 20-something. Yeah. Say something about him. Greitens running in Missouri. No, they got Herschel Walkerful, and as I said, may actually be an advantage in a Republican primary, but, they're horrified by Ketanji Brown Jackson, and I can't figure out what it is. Like what's different about her that makes them not like her?
Yeah, what is it?
I just can't put it together.
And, of course, there's always got to be a how low can you go? Yeah. Right, Tom Cotton. I mean, I keep saying, as the daughter of a Nuremberg prosecutor, for him to call her a Nazi sympathizer based on if I were to get in my car from, Back to the Future, you would have defended Nazis. Like, what?
Before Tom Cotton existed, I actually didn't know it was possible for a human being to have that little charisma. Like, I mean, is he just a piece of furniture they bring in the room and, just to sit there? Like, he makes Mitch McConnell look like George Clooney. I mean, Tom Cotton, I hope he runs for president just to see him stand and go, I mean, that's essentially his mode of communication. That's all I got for you. Sorry.
You close by tweeting, if you've made it this far, please give me a follow. I message GOP evils every day, be it with mockery, righteous anger, whatever is called for. Unlike too many Dems, I refuse to let GOP hypocrisy, cruelty, and imbecility go unanswered and disappear down the memory hole. We are all boulderting our asses off the best we can. We're bouldering as fast as we can, Coach Schecter. We appreciate you being here on a tough Monday for us, honestly. So thank you for...
I bet it really is for you guys, and I mean, my pleasure being here to do whatever I can to remember him and to like keep his fight going forward. Because you guys had him on regularly, and I knew him for, as I said, nearly 20 years, and I think we're all still a little bit in shock. So
yeah, but that's why we take it very seriously. The charge that he's left us with, that we have to take the torch and carry on. So
we can give your new YouTube channel a subscribe then.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes. Hopefully today, if all the technological things work out, I'm going to be doing 3 to 5 minute commentaries on a few things of the day, so important topics. They'll be up at the YouTube channel. I'll share them on Twitter and other places. But yes, if people can go to YouTube/C Schecter.
Okay.
Or YouTube.com.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
/C Schecter.
We've linked to it on all of our socials.
It is the anti-truth social. So go there, do it.
That's right, guys. I really have to get more people there than at Truth Social. I mean, come on. Like, I know that's only like 72
that's a
or
low
something,
bar.
but
The schlep car of social media.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay.
If I can't surpass that, I'm in trouble.